Hey everyone, we're trying something a little bit different here. We're just gonna do a directive video. What you're doing wrong here. This is the Scorpions quarterfinal matchup. It's got some weirdness into it, but yeah, let's just jump straight into it and see what happens, alright? So, Scorpions were coming pretty good. Got to sit in the voice channel. With Kef, that's good placement. So let's go take a look at this. These clean video drivers. I mean, it's definitely a good out by Tate. Just good rotation. It's a little awkward hit there by Ike, but again, like, did what he wanted. Also, good patience there. Didn't have to charge that. I think Fox just needed to put this away, which he did. You can make an argument that maybe Fox came too far. I don't know. Okay, there's an argument to be made there. But obviously one of the things that you need to do is just put the ball on net. I want to see what happened on the defensive side real quick. See if there's anything to learn from here. So Binks gets hit. That's okay. Yeah, that's... We could probably actually just go to this. Okay, so Binks... So, for the blue side... So Binks gets hit. Pizza Man moves up. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is so when I talk about things, this is like something really to learn. Grunkle should just be going like far post or near that, like, and the reason for this is, again, it's part of the defensive rotation. Like, Pizza should play the ball here, so Grunkle, like, I can understand the cut here, but like, yeah. Like, this just kind of messes up the defensive rotation. I understand cutting where they were. So, a couple things need to happen is, like, if the person who's bumped and, like, gets, like, slowed up in the defensive rotation, like, don't try and rush back. Like, if you see your teammate cutting like that, you have to get out of the way, let them settle. Grunkle ended up making kind of a bad rotation here. And so Binks kind of goes far. It's kind of like that's, gives Fox the opportunity to just basically slot the ball right there. It's good placement by Fox. Really good placement by Fox. But that's again sort of like why you always need to pay attention to what you're doing on the defense. Good challenge. Good save. It's unfortunate miss there by Kate, but like good effort. That's kind of a really good attempt by Ike, even though he missed. Ah, it's a good counter. So, what happened? So rotate out. So I just want to see this from Tate's view. Yeah, probably we really didn't see that. Should probably always make your turn just behind the half line. Like Ike challenges. Kind of goes far. I'm not sure actually what the correct play there for Ike is. I'm going to be honest. Don't know. Yeah, Fox just tries to put the ball on net there too. I don't. It's hard. They just may, Scorpions may have just gotten countered here too. Let's look at Tate one more time. Yeah, probably the advice. So probably the advice is if you see you don't necessarily want to push up if you can see that teammate's getting challenged. You just, again, it defaults back to just giving yourself as much time on the play. So that's about it. Yeah. So it sort of is what it is. So. But that would probably be the advice. Is just you need to make just slightly a deeper rotation on there because Ike's not necessarily out. You're temporary third person back, and yeah. So, but it is what it is. It's a good counter by the blue side. Neutron style. Okay. Yeah, I forgot the team name because there was no broadcast. But that's actually like a really good counter also by Neutron style. Just getting the ball down there quickly. So good goal for them. So like if you saw the replays, obviously we see that the Scorpions sweep here. We don't know this at the time. Like, this is also a console versus PC matchup, for whatever it's worth. You know, the opponent's comms could be slightly delayed too, because I know how wonderful that is. There's a couple missed balls coming out of here from Neutron, but like, I don't know, this game one seems, you know, seems as you know, kind of as watching it, kind of fairly even. Like, really, other than the defensive, you know, miscue, rotation miscue from Neutron for the first goal, like, there's really been no weird mistakes. That's a little dangerous back pass. Steam, steam, steam. All right. Well, we kind of see what happens. So Tate sends it down. Makes a challenge. This is actually a good run. That's just really heads up right there. I mean, let's just kind of watch it again. So there's always, you should always, so on ball play, sometimes you hear is like, don't necessarily drive the opponent's net. So, one, this is sort of leading the goal. Like, this is actually like third person back. Tate made a challenge past one, saw a second person go. So, kind of as part of the rotation, you get. I think this is the case, aside from this leading the goal, this is the case you made to hit the third person back. Like, you know. But this is like, yeah, this is really clean, especially like if comms usually are up, and this is gonna open the net up. So that's just like great play by Tate. So again, just kind of want to see what Ike's doing here. Ike, you don't need to necessarily be this deep. You could probably turn up a little bit. Like, you could still play third. But it's fine. Like, I know you already have two up, but it's just, I think there is a slight need to just, like, be up a little bit in the play more. If you are, obviously, if you're playing the challenge, that's fine that you're back. So I'm just kind of looking at this as, like, kind of in a vacuum. I would probably just be up a little more. But that's, you know, from my standpoint, is I trust that, you know, if the challenge is lost, I could still get to the ball. And Fox can just wait. Yep. That's good placement. It's kind of even better placement because, like, he's gonna... In a way, it does make the keeper go backwards. But again, like, I'm trying to remember if this was a call out on comms. Yeah, just obviously the primary thing is that to hit the ball. And we'll see this from Binks' perspective. So Binks comes back and gets Feral Boost. I think Binks is in the right position. Yeah. So Biggs can't really challenge this ball. Your team, yeah, like. I actually don't know what Biggs can do here. Like, this is just a well-timed play. So. It's like when I talk about like the random stuff, like kind of freezing out your teammate and stuff like that. Biggs wasn't necessarily frozen, just the teammate went, so Biggs is like committed to like staying in net, and I don't know. Like, in a way, I don't think Biggs did anything wrong there either. The timing on that was just very good for the Scorpions. So, yeah, Biggs didn't really have a chance there because of the play. And I could say as a defensive person, that's really frustrating because I feel like Biggs did everything right in that situation. Like, sort of tried to tuck in as well. And the way the play was going, like, even dodging for Biggs was just not going to be good enough. It was basically reliant upon the teammate who was a little late to the ball, getting a challenge, to deflect the ball away from the net. And Fox just got a clean touch on it, too. So that's the first game. No, I didn't want to change mode. There will be a mini rant here. So Tate lagged on start. So that's why that face-off looked weird. Nice save there. A couple of long balls have caught Neutron. A little bit of opposition. That was a call off there. Good placement in there again by Fox. So good pass there by Ike. Yeah, get out, turn, back up the play. Let Tate beat two people. The touches Fox has had on net. At this point, Fox has scored all three of the goals. That might be the worst, unquote, one. But still, like, basically out of the reach of the keeper. Okay. So we know where it's going to go wrong. So this is the only view I really need to see. Okay. So this is why you kind of rotate back. So Binks is cut up field. Yeah. Binks is cut up field. Like, there's no one near this ball. And then double commits. So here's the takeaway from this. Just go far post. Like, if you're going to cut your teammate to slide in near post, that's fine. But, like, unfortunately here, there's no challenge at the ball, so just go back and wait. And you know a teammate's back. So just, like, slot in there or do something. Like, like, this ball just goes to Ike. And then, more importantly, now Binks is hustling to a ball. And we can get to Grunkle. Yeah. So this is completely a communication breakdown on Neutron's side. Yeah. Like, there's no doubt about it. You know, and unfortunately, on Neutron's side, Biggs is actually the one who's double committing here. Should have just rotated back. So. That's a call off. So get good comps here by the Scorpions. It's a good beat. Good up by Ike. It's a good challenge from Binks there. Fox just sends it in. Actually ends up being a better clear just because of the demo, so it gives Neutron some time to breathe, reset after they lose someone. Okay. So that's kind of where the problems all begin. So this is technically where this game ends. So Gurkle pings out, and then basically Neutron leaves the game. I basically tell the Scorpions, stay in the match. Rule state you have to stay. Like, you can't swap out. You, like, the IGL rules are, so here's the reason. Basically, according to the IGL rules, once the match starts, there's nothing you can do about it. Teams are more than, it's to prevent, like, oh, I'm lagging out at the 30-second mark excuse. There are a lot of teams that if it happens early, they'll be more than willing to restart. But basically the rules is that once the match starts, you have to see it out to the end, regardless of issues, because it may not necessarily be server related. Like, it could be, and it's sort of unfair to, it's technically unfair on a lot of levels, but it's also the correct is that, we can't make any adjustments. The reason being is no one in IGL has admin rights. And I don't blame Psyonix for not granting it willy-nilly. So that's the reason. You can't even make substitutions mid-match, which I did see in an IGL match on stream. Actually, like, I think 72 hours at the latest before this match. So, yeah. So, yeah, you're basically stuck with the lineup for that particular game until the game ends. Then you can make, as many free substitutions on your, so up to 2 in threes, because you have a 5-person roster if your roster is filled up, to swap in and out. But you have to finish that game with who you start with. And if someone DCs, it's as unfortunately, we don't have no ways of pausing it, and we're not even going to set up. So, and it's part of the rules for IGL, and it's been that way for a long time. There was originally a first 30 seconds clause, but surprisingly, people started abusing that, so IGL took it away. And again, more teams will be, depending on the team, they may be accommodating or not, but, as we can see at this mark, this is basically halfway through game 2. It's totally within the Neutron Styles rights to ask for a new server as a result, if it's a server ping issue, and that can be granted. But again, you kind of have to just finish the game that you're in. So, and I told the Scorpions, basically as such, is that, these are the rules. And there's not much, again, there's not much you can do, even going as far as to say, well, we can recreate this scenario. It's like, you can try that, but it really messes with a lot of things. So, again, it's like, that's why the rules are the way they are. And again, as someone, I've been on the other side of this, and it's just, you just have to unfortunately suck it up. But you can request a new server. That's totally within everything. You just have to wait for the game to finish. So I will also call out Neutron for their next goal because they would have saved the Scorpions, which, whether they think are fair or not, that's pretty unsporting of them. So I'm glad they got their asses swept. This is actually a really good play. Not much to really go over there. I mean, obviously we can see by the bars that the Scorpions come back. So, like, we've had like a 5 to 10 minute downtime. And right now it seems to have affected the Scorpions a little bit. That looked like a bad back pass. That has to be called out at all the time. Unless that's the incident I think of. I think just no, Fox kind of cut. There's an incident where Fox cut after being called off. Another double commit from Neutron. That got called out. Is that Neutron does double commit, so there's something to be done there. It's a good challenge. That's just a defensive miss. So, basically Neutron, right now, is in the driver's seat. And, you know, told the Scorpions they got plenty of time to come back. But an uncharacteristic miss gets punished by Neutron. Scorpions are down 2-0. We can obviously see they come back. But at the very least, right now, it's like, looking, it's just like, well, they're not going to go quietly. And there's a good goal. Almost a kickoff goal. Good challenge by Ike. Fox wins the challenge. Like that, yeah, that's a block by Ike. And Tate just slots it away. But we'll give Tate his moment. It's really bad wave dash, I'll say that. But good placement. Doesn't miss the open net and puts it away. Good challenge by Fox. Yeah, so again, this is a great catch. Don't ever do that again. I should have just waited on Fox. Just wait. Even if calling off, like even if he called off, like, because again, Fox is just gonna go in that situation. Like, it's Fox's ball the entire way. So, and Tate here just puts it away. But again, yeah, Ike just needs to wait there. So another double commit. Ike missed that ball. That's had a centering chance. It was good patient. Tate gets the ball away. Good follow-up. Rotational out by Tate. So again, good play. This feels like another kind of defensive breakdown on the blue side. Okay. Like, good rotation for Mike. So Fox gets out. Grabs the mid, just kind of waits. Yep. We'll see the defensive breakdown. I'm not actually sure if I should have gone there. It's a semi-risky back pass there, but it's also like free in a way because if they're gonna win it, it's like Fox is there. So, like, you know, what Tate's doing does come with the risk of ball pinching in the back of the net. That's about it, though. Okay, so I really want to see what happened here because this. Okay, so that's a double. Yeah, pizza should not. So pizza should not go on this. The reason why pizza should not go on this is just can't get the ball. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all there is to it. So let's see the rotation. Yeah. Okay, that's actually a problem, and that's why you shouldn't challenge the ball backwards. Like you have to know where your teammates are. Happens a lot at Diamond 2, Diamond 3, but like you have to get over it. So Binks. Yeah. And then Grunkle. Again, for defensive purposes, if you can't reach that ball, I think again, we'll kind of do the memory here. So I'm going to slow this down a little. Okay, so Grunkle's coming back. Okay, so there's a light touch there. At the time of this demo, you could barely see Fox's nameplate. You probably it's not necessarily picked up on. But if you have judged the ball that ball to like not be going, you just have to sit. Like Pizza's not really making a play on the ball. And there's also like 2 orange people there. So in this temporary situation, like Pizza's the last person back because teammate got demoed. And like Pizza's not really even attacking the ball. And again, we're playing this at slow speed on like the 10th run back of this or whatever. So, but like there's just no attack on the ball. So it's just kind of like it's kind of like just drifting to be drifting but with no purpose. It's like, again, like Pizza pulls out it if that ball is coming really, really hard. So really what needs to happen there, as always, you just have to play patient. It sucks that a floater, that a free ball is going to go, but there's no way you can get it. You just have to wait for the hit. You have to wait for whoever's coming off screen, in this case Fox, to hit the ball. It's a this is a Kermit goal to get up. It's preventable, and I think again could have totally been prevented if they just waited. So that wasn't necessarily a double commit, that was a miss. And the second person had to try something there. Good challenge there. That's a good solo play. I am curious, and I think I know who the culprit is, but we'll find out. Okay. Okay. Fox didn't fly across the field. Eh. I think by forcing the ball up, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So then what does Tate do? I mean, honestly, I just got beat there. In a way, it's a really rough goal to give up, though. I would probably be playing back further if it was me in this situation. So I'm going to explain my line of thought. It's my line of thought is just basically like the only way we can lose this game is if we let our opponent score on us. So I might have been I don't know what I would have done. Like I'm looking at Tate's line. I probably would have boosted back after taking the 100. Like just to give myself some more time to go up. It's either that or I might not have taken this line, and like I would probably just be like here. And the reason being is that like I'm gonna leave this. So if it's for me, I might not even be here. But I'm gonna leave. Like I know this is gonna like I'm just gonna let Fox do. Like I'm either gonna go here, and go back, or I'm gonna make a sharp turn, and like come back here mid, and like kind of do that. Yeah. I guess part of this is that I have a little bit more confidence in my abilities, just like what I can get to. But like, you know, like at the time this ball is in the enemy hands, like Tate's kind of going for boost, and Fox is not really in the best position to challenge this, and like. You know, this is kind of like what the field is. So, like, Tate's the last person back. Tate is still the last person back, and he's not in position to challenge this. So, yeah, I probably would not have pushed up that far. I mean, like, what... I need... Yeah, I would not have pushed up this far. Like, the line to get the boost is fine, but yeah. Again, at this point, you just kind of gotta cut back. And again, it's like props to Biggs for just beating the team. That's a danger. See, again, I hate to say this, that's how we know this is diamond play, because, you know, the second person from Neutron went up. It's just like, well, they did put the ball in the back of the net, but that's very dangerous to do even in this situation where you need a goal. You need kind of like everybody at attention. Observe the gravity rule. So yeah, unfortunately it's just kind of a bad defensive line there. And like, you know, hey, it opens the door, you know, for a game 4. And like, Neutron almost scored there. Like, they had an opportunity. So again, obviously we know how this ends. But I might normally scold the deep rotation. Jeez. I want to look at that. Yeah, Tate just kind of launched. It's almost pre-jumping. Just kind of guessed it was going to go somewhere. Probably had time. Yeah, kind of had time to go to wait an extra half second. Good rotation by Fox to get back there and save it the last second. That, I mean, honestly, that would have probably changed a lot of things in this series. Again, I'm sort of ragging on Neutron, but that's actually like a heads-up save there at the end because off the miss. Because when the first person misses off that, you know, trying to read the hit, coming back out, like that just puts extra pressure on the second. It's actually a good deflect, but no one's there. Alright, let's break it down. Tries to throw it to Tate. Takes the boost. Okay. Okay. So I've tried Fox in the past. I don't actually mind the wait here because it's overtime. So you can wait there, especially on a challenge. Fox just puts it away. Fox had 4, 5, 6, 7. So he had half of the true goals. I don't know who had the other 2. Also, shout out to the Scorpions for scoring a known goal with no one on the field in game 2. Like, that's a good pass by Tate can go for that. Okay. So that's a really good play for a good sequence from the Scorpions. I want to see where this breaks down again. I mean, that's the play right there. Comms. Like, Pizza knows they have someone back. Yep. Yeah, so that's where it breaks down. Like, and then, like, I don't think Grunkle can do anything. Yep. So I mean, really, right down that play, like Pizza should have let who was it again, Binks. Yeah, should have let Binks have that ball and just rotate back. But Scorpions capitalize it and put it away and take the sweep. So, on to the semis and 2 guaranteed weeks of play. Scorpions in contention for hardware. I'm going to do my best to make sure that they get the Gold 1 badge. So, yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it. Scorpions, just keep on doing what you're doing. Training plan remains unchanged. Yeah. Since it was a short one and I'm doing other tactical approaches, I just decided to record this. Yeah, so that will go ahead and do it for this week. Good series by the Scorpions. Really resilient here in Game 3. Good bounce back and all. Especially being idle, even being down 2-0. And even rebounding from the late equalizer. And then, basically capitalize on a mistake on the opponents to get the OT winner in the sweep. So, that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Where is my OBS? There we go. Peace.